Hey guys, how's it going? tmanplays here, and today we're going to be playing as the 79th versus the 8th Infantry, and we're going to be playing on the lovely map of Loop. As you can see from the start, just going a little heavy on the recon on the right side here. Two Spetsnaz GRU squads going to secure this area. My strategy is basically to push through here, capture this area. If we can capture this, we can push in to this town on the left, and we're going to just let him have Echo. So you can see a bunch of different units here. I have some TO-55s, some BMP-2s, some regular Motostrelki, some supply, and then two OSAs. Also started with the Mi-8T here, just to give me an early idea of if he's actually going to put anything here. Do see the Humvee go past us. We know that's either an LRS or a sniper, so I don't need to unload these guys. Can just keep driving forward. OSA's going to be crossing the bridge, able to get some nice shots there, take out a fighting Falcon. Our recon on the right is now deployed. And another fighting Falcon coming in to try and take out my Mi-8T there. Perfectly okay with that, as the OSAs can do some more damage to that. Almost get another kill. So we see the sniper. We know it doesn't have AT, so I don't need to slow any of this infantry down. Our motorized Rebecca did get in the zone, but with the two Bradleys here and the sniper, we do need to pull these guys back. And our Spetsnaz GRU on the right is going to give us a good idea if he's trying to push through this area, as our main push is going to be here. So Spetsnaz GRU in good positions. I'm going to start moving these up shortly in order to take more of the zone. Right now I'm just trying to deal with the sniper. Do end up killing that off though. And on the right side, killed a OH-58C scout with the Su-25. Unfortunately though, the fighting Falcon going to be able to spawn in and finish that off. So we did lose our squad of GRU, and our other squad of GRU now is getting engaged with these M13s. iHawk here, able to keep my MiG-23 away, and we're going to try and pull back our GRU. So where my main push is happening, we have good ground, are starting to get fired upon by one of these recon Bradleys though, and unfortunately don't have the recon here, so gonna have to move one of these Spetsnaz GRUs to the edge here in order to help try and spot this Bradley as we try and retreat our TO-55s. And on the right side here, our GRU did kind of push to the back of the tree line. Is going to be able to kill one of these M13A3s, but going to get fired down by the other two. So back to the middle, we finally do spot the Bradley. TO-55's going to be able to kill that off, and I'm feeling like he's pretty weak in this zone. So we're going to start buying some tanks in order to potentially cross here and go ahead and capture this. We are still at a nice +1. I used my 1 CV from the left here to capture all 3 of the back zones, and now we're routing this BDR command into the middle. Also bought up some more recon for this area, and a TO-55 that's just going to kind of sit in the middle here, keep this lane clear to make sure he doesn't have easy access into my back zone. So do see the M13A3 here. Going to have to move our command more to the middle of the zone and let the Spetsnaz GRU take care of that. And we're also going to spread out our infantry just a little bit more to secure more area here, as I'm not entirely sure where his main force is yet. But at this point I am thinking he probably has a lot here, since we haven't seen really anything on this side, and we've seen just light investment into Foxtrot. Have seen a fair amount of fighting Falcons though, so we do know he is pretty heavy in the air. So knowing I have the two OSAs in the middle here, going to move up an Mi-24P, as I want to test out his AA in this area. And we're going to start moving across some infantry. So do see another fighting falcon coming in. Gonna just lower the altitude on this helicopter. He is still gonna have line of sight though, so that's not gonna do anything. Unfortunately, he does hit both AM-9M missiles. And our Osa's gonna at least be able to get the revenge kill there, as our GRU is making its way across. T-64 or T-62 is going to be fired upon by this TOW, but now that we have the recon advancing with it, we can see that. And my Spetsnaz GRU going to be trying to keep back an M1 Abrams. We are out of the RPG, so going to have to pull that back for repairs, and as well pull back a Motostrelki just in case he has more armor. So now I'm feeling comfortable about controlling the zone, so going to buy a BDRM to go ahead and capture this, as now he is at a +1 since he does contest the middle, and I know he's probably going to have this side fairly soon, so we want to go ahead and stop his tick, as I'm playing for the long game here. All the helicopters going to be a little bit of a problem, as I don't have any AA coming in yet, so what I'm going to do is route my AA from the middle over, at least take out the scout. Not going to be in range to take out the Cobra though. And I'm moving some more Motostrelki to these buildings in preparation for all this armor that's coming up. Do see another Thunderbolt coming in. So Osa going to try and get in cover. Is going to be kind of caught out in the open though. So going to take that engagement. Unfortunately, as we hit him, one of his missiles came and actually destroyed us. So now we're down to just the one Osa here. I am bringing a second up for the left side here though, as these Cobras are just kind of running free. And sure enough, our opponent does now capture Echo. So gonna buy a second MiG-23 MLD here just to go ahead and take out this Cobra. Didn't necessarily need to do this, as our AA would protect us when it comes up, but I just want to go ahead and get rid of his helicopter and test his AA in this area. So going to be trying to evac to the left. Ihawk here, Chaparral here is going to be enough to take us down. And I'm buying just some more infantry for this area, as we really want to keep this little town because this is such a strong area to hold for the middle and for our defense of Foxtrot. So we're going to start moving some tanks to the outer edges of this area, just so that we can start getting some shots on these M113A3s. As our first T-62 is going to start firing. And we're continuing to push into this back zone, because if I can start getting some units in here, we can really start to cause some problems for him. So gonna let the T-62 try and get a hit there. Doesn't get the hit though, so just gonna smoke that and pull it back. Our T-62 in cover though does get a very nice hit, and the other T-62 gonna be trying to find line of sight on that Abrams. Is gonna be able to get the final blow there. And my GRU here, I moved inside of this little church so that we can see all the buildings in this area and just spot the engineers in the back. So that's going to allow me to move these BTR-80s straight through his line, as those engineers don't have any type of AT. And our TO-55 here going to be holding the line to protect our Osa. We also have the Motostrelki here that we can move over if we need to. You can see Motostrelki's just holding the line against the infantry he's trying to push in. And with these BTRs, we're spotting any units that he's basically crossing over into the middle. I'm feeling comfortable enough that he doesn't have a lot here, so I am going to be moving my command into his back zone. As we also have some tank support here from our T-62s starting to cut off his line of reinforcements. So this BTR-80 just going to be looking for his command vehicle. Is going to be able to finish off these engineers pretty nicely. And we're going to go ahead and start moving our GRU forward. Do spot the command here. It is unarmored, so we're just going to start chasing that with our BTR 80. That's going to allow us to have full control of the zone, put us at a nice +2. And right as that's happening, our CV gets in on the left side. So T62 outmatched against the M1A1 there is going to go down. You see another plane coming in for my recon. OSA is up now though, so if this flies around for too long, we should be able to deal with that. And we also have a lot of infantry in support of this big town in the middle now, so we should be able to start locking down the middle. And we're at a really nice +6 tick since we control the back zone of Bravo. Trying to run away. My recon helicopter is going to go down though, but Fighting Falcon going to fly right over all my OSAs and is going to go down. So not a worthwhile trade for him. This command is armored, so the sniper here, since they don't have any AT, can't kill this off. Don't really want him to remain spotted though, in case he decides to bring a bomber or a cluster or something. So we're just going to try and move that out the way and let our Rozveka Saperi deal with that. On this side, do just spot some mech rifles in the corner. So moved across the Saperi RPO just to help lower the morale here, finish those guys off. I don't have any AA up. I am moving the OSA to this side now, but just so that we get rid of this Tokarba quickly before it does too much damage, we're going to call in one of our MiGs here, take that out. And I knew that was kind of a suicide mission, but it was worth it to me to take out the Cobra there so that we didn't just get rocketed with all our infantry. See, TO-55, BMP-2 going to be able to deal with all these M113A3s. And we're just moving our BTR up to scout for these units. We were able to deal with the sniper squad here, so now I'm going to start moving my BDRM back. And the T-62 here, trying to deal with this Bradley. Is unfortunately going to miss the second shot there, but is going to rout the Bradley anyways. And I'm now getting some supply up for my AA, as well as some supply here for all this infantry. Rozveka Saperi, going to be moving them a little to this side, just so that we could spot the infantry that was moving across. And Thunderbolt, going to be going TO-55 there, is going to take that out. This OSA is still reloading, so can't get shots on that yet. And I was moving across the Mochistoki here just to get in this building to further prevent him from just running down in here. But the Bradley's going to catch me out in the open, so we're going to have to pull that back. And he does manage to get another CV in the center, so that knocks me down to a +4. But by this point, we have a really healthy point advantage. I also have a UD up in this area now, as well as a T-80BV. So he won't be getting through here anytime soon. And instead of retreating the BDRM2, I'm just going to keep this in a zone as long as possible. So I'm going to potentially sacrifice another aircraft here, take out that recon helicopter, and we're just going to try and run this into the back of his zone and hide this for as long as possible, as this keeps me at a +2 until I can deal with this CV in the center. So reinforcement-wise, getting a T-80U here, so we can use that to push along this edge, basically kick him out of the center for good. And I also bought a helicopter just to go ahead and get rid of these mech rifles. So infantry, just going to be holding the line against these Jaeger until my tanks can basically get up here. I'm going to route BMP-2 as well as a BTR here, just to help with some of these engagements. And you'll see he's frantically trying to scout for this CV behind his line. But that's really hard to do when I'm also pressuring him in areas like this where he needs to micro. So he potentially doesn't see it there, and this allows me to get a lot more extra ticks in the rear of his zone. And just to cause him further problems, we're going to buy or use another MiG-23 just to take out his recon, force him to invest more time looking for this BRDM. Do take that out, and we do actually manage getting out of there. T80UD here, able to cut off the reinforcement road. And you can see we're just slowly starting to deal with all his armor here. Did buy a fighting falcon to try and get rid of my helicopter there, but our OSA gonna be able to take that out before it can do any real damage. And we have the TO-55. It's just right up in his face. And now we're going to be moving all this to try and find that CV. Thunderbolt does come in, though, take out the BMP-2 and the TO-55. OSA, though, in combination with the MiG-23, able to take that out. Unfortunately, we do lose our MiG, though. But our helicopter going to be putting in some nice work. Did find our CV in the back, so only at a +2 now. But that's fine as we're still continuing to tick. And with our UD here, he can't push through this area. Our infantry here can cut off this road. This motorstroke can cut off if he tries to push through here in combination with the T80BV. And the T80U basically is going to eventually position here so that it'll cut off this road into the back of the zone. So, as you can see, basically have full control of the left. It's going to be really hard for him to push back into this area. And I will have time to basically reinforce this if I want to. We have full control of the middle, and I barely have anything on this right-hand side, but it's not needed as we have everything captured for the +2, and that's all that really matters. I do bring up an OSA to support my T80UD. It's going to be able to deal with this tow cobra. And our motorstroke just going to sit in this building because he does actually have a few units here. Also bought up another T80BV just to provide great line of sight in case he tries to come over the edge of the hill there. But our opponent going to decide he's had enough and surrender. Just go through the kills and losses. See OSA here, 2 fighting falcons. TO-55 doing a nice job dealing with most of his armor there. The other OSA killing an A-10 and another fighting falcon. OSA here with another fighting falcon. T80UD doing a nice job of cutting off those reinforcements at the end. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So hope you enjoyed, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Later, guys.